matter. Oh yeah, well, I'm going in a party. I'm making it private. Oh, I'm going to a party. Alright, bro.
Party because apparently I lagged out. Am I in your party?
Whatever.
Echo, dude.
Yeah, let's yeah, let's get out of the party. What? Yeah, the big installation. Alright, let's get it. Yeah. You can look at my coaches. Right. Oh, I picked the wrong coach too.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Certainly, Patriots will be a hot commodity here. We've seen one go already. Might we see a second? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front, or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got... Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out? Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. Okay. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts entirely. I heard you freaking told me what players were, so I'm like, oh. Guys, make sure
you guys go follow Paul or subscribe to Paul on YouTube. First channel that pops up, Paul Games. Get him to what, 40 subs? Get 30? Get 40. What? Well, either 30 or 40 subs, get him there, bro. Get him to 50 subs. Oh, damn.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff.
Oh, game chat. What's up, Paul?
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. This is fielded at the goal line. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now Rivers. Walker with a grab, left side.
Oh, get off of him.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Oh,
and right away, he lost the football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. This is fielded at the goal line. And out now come the Eagles.
Dude, he got killed.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He rifles one, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. That can be a downside of putting together a team in draft champions week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on.
Throwing Rivers. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On second down, Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Ryan Robinson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Oh, he shifts past him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
First down, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald Hodges coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Sanu, the man in motion left. Second down, Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Let's go.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashard Higgins, 40 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Yeah.
That's fielded in the end zone.
This is what happens when I play the field. Oh, hell no. You wouldn't do that.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Rivers now to throw on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And Jennings has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their...
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's... They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurt. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Oh, up and over. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Rivers now on second down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Rivers. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Leg still. There he goes, Amari Cooper.
How the fuck?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Amari Cooper, 74 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Rivers to throw it. After a little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed those guys made that play possible.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Dude, I don't know what to do. All right.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They go play action here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Following the interception here, Rivers looking left side. He's got it complete. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action now. Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they have one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well. And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game. First down, run with Hyde. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Walker with a grab, left side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rivers. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and now it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Tampa. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
On second down, Rivers again. Screen play, Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Wildcat to Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Duke Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going.
God, come on!
Ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Throwing, Rivers. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across.
Well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake here, Rivers. They'll roll him out right. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Rivers here to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles' offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Play action now. Rivers. And Walker with it over the middle. Look at the dance and the juke. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down, Rivers. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Delaney Walker, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He leaps over him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steelers offense now, now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the quarterback won't take the snap here. This is the Wildcat look. The direct snap to Johnson. And now they'll try the end around. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction.
Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
You really should kill yourself.
One last shot now for Rivers. Connects with Sanu right side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Oh, it's a fake.
No,
they'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise. Anyway, it doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on 2 more, wouldn't have mattered as
Probably
far as who
gonna lose
won
that
and
one,
who
too.
lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
You thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon face spitting in my cup all night long. Wheel your tongue at my throne of power. Oh, no. I never thought I was dead. Oh, no. For a second, let you into my head. Oh no! I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa no! I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa no! I bet you thought that I would lose my mind. Oh no! I bet you thought that I'd give up tonight. Oh no! Bleeding knees, but honey, I can still cry. Oh yeah! I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh yeah! I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive.
Oh, shit.
I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no.
Let him live. Yes, I know. But why would they have Teddy Bridgewater? My girlfriend wants to FaceTime me. Yeah, no, my pinky hurts. Dude, my pinky fucking hurts. It had? Pow. 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 What are you doing? Pow. Ellie's like, oh, Sean.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Rams going up against the Vikings. With that, let's get out to Lincoln Financial Field. You are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They go play action here on first down, surveying the field. And that's complete to Brian Quick. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Speaking of Britt, Charles, he just completed his 8th NFL season. Kind of interesting because the Rams struggled offensively. We know what happened there. But Britt turned in his best year, over 1,000 yards.
Adjusted to the fact that he had to go and work with a couple of different quarterbacks during the year. He had Case Keenum for a long time. And then at the end of the year, they had the rookie Jared Goff. But what I liked about Kenny Britt was watching him develop, even in his 8th season, as a route runner. For a while, he'd become a guy, hey, Britt's going to go deep, cover him there.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Brian Quick, 42 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrill. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back, admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster return in 2017.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
On third down, Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Michael Brockers able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Let's go.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
The tackle there by Mark Barron.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And it looks like we've got a down set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I know it.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Partner, these LA Rams, as they come back out here for the next offensive series, they now missed the playoffs 12 straight seasons. Of course, this last one, their first back in LA. They were 3-1, so much hope, but then they lost all but one down the stretch.
Hard to believe with a defense that good. It just tells you about the premium that is placed on the offensive side of the ball, especially at the quarterback position. They just didn't have the stability. Even though they drafted Jared Goff, #1 in 2016, he'll have to ascend to that number. Be that guy for them in the next season in order for the Rams to finally break that playoff drought.
And now they've got some city neighbors in the Chargers of L.A. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, gone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was, and when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. That made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record. Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you? Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Robert Quinn able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd.
Nickel, I could get that soda down at the fountain, and guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So on 4th down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Deep for the Rams. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's...
Looking for Brett, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. 12
yards there as they move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Vikings a 1st down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the teammate...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Out of the Wildcat, it's Peterson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And Forbath will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin, 79 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. Return here as he'll get it up to the... the 29-yard line.